This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNN.Live. We're coming to you from the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium 2019 here in Vancouver. With me today is Christian Easterday from Hot Chile Limited, publicly traded company HCH on the ASX. Welcome back to SNN.Live.
Yeah, great to be back, Shelley. Great to speak to you again.
It's good to see you. Let's get started with a brief overview of the company and we'll go from there.
Great. Well, we're an ASX-listed company. We're a large copper developer with our projects centred on the coastline of Chile, north of Santiago, about 600 kilometres. We've invested a great deal into the development of our flagship project, Productora, which is a pre-feasibility level development project. But more importantly, we've stepped into some rather large growth of late, which has been getting the market a bit excited.
So we spoke to you 2 years ago right here at Sprott. So let's get an update on the company.
Sure. Well, I think 2 years ago we were still in the mirrors of a copper downturn. We had started a strategy to consolidate a number of opportunities around our flagship project, Productora, and really, I guess this year has been really pivotal for the company. We had identified a large porphyry discovery that had been privately discovered next to Productora, just 14 kilometres away. So a real rabbit out of the hat for the company, and we spent 2 years, the last 2 years since I probably last spoke to you, trying to secure that asset. We secured that asset, Productora, back in February. We commenced our confirmation drilling program a couple of months ago, and just a few weeks ago now we released a world-class drilling intercept, something that rivals some of the best results coming out of SolGold's Cascabel discovery up in Ecuador.
Usually I ask what's your competitive advantage, but you may have already answered that.
Yeah, look, our competitive advantage originally was always the location of Productora and our development projects on the coastline, low altitude, Chilean coastline, next to port and major infrastructure. We were always one of the best located projects. We just needed to find more critical mass and a larger mine life. We thought we were doing that with the acquisition of Productora, turning our 10-year large-scale open pit mine life into a 20-year plus proposition. What we've actually done now has really stunned the company. It's the best result the company has ever produced, and it rates in the top 50 best copper gold intersections ever recorded globally. So to find, the mother lode sitting underneath one of the main porphyries that was discovered there, and having near 200-metre intervals running 1% copper and towards 0.5 gram per tonne gold, they're up there with the best discovery results going around the industry.
Well, I'd say copper gold is
it was location and infrastructure. I guess now we've got a bit of a great advantage going on.
Why do you think copper is getting so upticked in price?
Look, I've been listening to a lot of respondents in the industry talking about copper's move to $3, $3.50, and certainly that's a big leverage on a company like us with the asset base that we have. But even rarer in this industry is to make world-class discoveries, and you don't need the commodity price behind you when you're doing that. The re-rate of the stock has been quite significant in 4 months. I think we're one of the top performing ASX juniors in the market at the moment. But really the re-rate has only just begun, given what we've found. So I would normally talk about what I have to look forward to with the copper price, but at this point I don't think it matters too much for the company.
From what you can tell me as a publicly traded company, what are some growth drivers for the balance of 2019 into 2020?
Look, I think all eyes are going to be on Productora. Our next moves with drilling, which we intend to get a diamond rig up and drilling and starting to expand on that very exciting discovery as soon as possible. And I imagine we're not very far away from announcing that. We've engaged an independent consultant to estimate a starter resource for Productora. We think that is going to be very substantial, particularly given we already have 1.5 million tonnes of copper and 1 million ounces of gold at Productora. I imagine the combined asset base of Hot Chili is about to become #1 copper gold resource base on the ASX, and as a starting point, that's very significant. But to be releasing something of that scale, just sitting underneath Tier 1 classification, there are very few, if any, Tier 1 assets in copper left in the hands of juniors globally. So particularly with that grade profile and particularly with the location that we found this deposit in. So, you know, drilling, resources, and no doubt a significant amount of interest from some very large players in the industry wanting to know how they can help potentially fund what we're about to embark upon.
As far as jurisdiction and politics, all good in Chile?
Yeah, look, top 3 mining country, Australia, Canada, Chile. It's as good as you get, it's blue ribbon.
What's your background?
I'm a geologist by background, some 23 years in the industry, but went to the dark side and moved into mineral economics and managing resource companies a number of years ago. So I keep my feet across the technical and across the corporate and financial.
Christian, let's get your website out to our audience for more information.
Sure, that's www.hotchili.net.au.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Easterday, Hot Chili Limited. It's a publicly traded company on the ASX, and the symbol is HCH. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNN.Live. We're coming to you live from the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium 2019 here in Vancouver. Christian, good to see you again.
Great to see you again.
You got it, buddy.
Thanks, Shelley.